Thank you for choosing the Poor Life Decisions podcast. My name is Davich Phipps with the Poor Life Decisions podcast. With me, as always, is Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate. Silver Doubloons, how are you today?
That's me. I'm extremely depressed, but I'm doing better. How are you doing?
Well, every time my psychologist asks me if I have any suicidal thoughts, I say, that depends. How do you spell thoughts? Is it THOTS?
Nice.
Yeah, they never laugh.
Do you think it would be a crime if they did?
Maybe an affront to God.
I'm
not God. I just thought that maybe if you laugh in the face of humor, then, oh, Jesus, did I just compare myself to the thing that I shouldn't have compared myself to?
I didn't get that impression when you first said it. That's not what I took
Okay,
away
good. Because I was having a panic attack.
For anybody who's listening, keep your expectations very low for this episode.
Why's that?
Listen.
I'm listening. This is the Poor Life Decisions podcast, and I think you need to go first with your poor life decision.
What did I say I was going to do the next time? Do you remember?
I don't give a fuck what you said the next time. I'm saying, what's this time, Silver Doubloons,
I know, but
I
said last time. I'm just remembering last time.
I'm calling you out, Dad.
Last time we did an episode, I said I was going to tell a story.
Well, you told the suicide one already.
Suicide.
You didn't tell the shell thing yet.
The shell thing?
Yeah, the shotgun shell story.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That's a pretty quick story. So yeah, I had a really bad Christmas one year.
Is that a poor life decision?
That's a good question. I don't think it did me any good.
I think it's an interesting life decision if I'm being honest.
I don't think it did me any good. I think it was just an expression
of how I was
feeling.
This guy saved a fucking shotgun shell from an attempt from well, what was this attempt?
It's around here somewhere, but it was basically I kept a shotgun in my mouth for the entirety of one Christmas day, some number of years ago.
How many hours?
The better part of the day, I would say.
Would you say 12 hours?
Probably not.
8 hours.
Something around that neighborhood, yeah. Sure.
7 to 6 hours.
I don't know why we need to put such a specific number on it.
I don't know. I was just trying to keep track. I don't know. I'm a scientist like that.
Okay, fair enough.
But you kept the shell.
Yeah, it's around here.
Can't find it. I was trying to figure out if it was buckshot. I was trying to figure out if it was buckshot or if it was a slug.
I mean, I could put the legitimate attempt into trying to find it. It might get that.
I thought you already did.
Well, I did, but I didn't check everywhere, you know? There's like...
I'm stalling for time because I still don't have a poor life decision. This one fucking blew me away, if you don't mind the pun.
Dude, I'm a real big fan of my life. You know what I mean?
You kept the shotgun shell.
Yeah, so what? Why is it?
Okay, so when you said that, what do you remember what I said to you when you said that you kept the shell?
No, what did you say?
I said that I cycled the round back into my box of ammo. That's what I said. And maybe Animal Chin was yelling over that, but that's what I said.
That's funny. I like that.
Well, you know, we're both still here.
I put it back into my inventory.
If it was birdshot, you'd just kind of be, slow. Well, at that close range. Oh, Jesus. Now, you're making me put way too much thought into this.
Maybe if I ever find that artifact, I'll do a show and tell with it one day, but...
Okay. Okay. Well, okay, here's my poor life decision this week.
Go for it.
The first time that I tried to commit suicide, I was 7 years old. I was underneath my bed at the time, and I tried to strangle myself. And then I got about 2 minutes in, and I was just like, oh, this sucks. I don't like this. I can't breathe.
Right.
And then for like the next 14 years, I was just like, well, I'm going to hell because I tried to commit suicide.
Is that how it works? There's no salvation for that one?
I hear it. Well, it depends on what religion you listen to. I was raised evangelical.
I was probably listening to the one that didn't condemn you to hell for that. If it's up to you. I think you make your own heaven and
Was
you
that
make your
some
own hell.
Eastern religion?
I think you make your own heaven and you make your own hell. I've been making my own hell the past couple of weeks.
I haven't seen you in a week or two.
Yep. Sometimes I do that.
How's that week been?
Miserable.
What have you been doing?
Mostly sleeping, masturbating.
Yeah. Oh, I love sleeping.
Watching YouTube.
Sure.
Things I haven't done.
Anything good?
No, anything good. No, I did cook a couple of times, but mostly out of necessity. Didn't not get any pleasure out of it. I've been sober.
Barely do I.
I've been sober the entire time.
Impressive.
That's how I punish myself. When I know I need to punish myself.
Sobriety?
Yes.
Maybe I should look at it that way. I've never looked at it that way. Punish myself with sobriety?
Right.
Oh. What better way to suffer?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Now I'm just upset that I've never thought of it like that. What a jackass.
So yeah. So I had to give myself the 50 lashes or whatever. And
how are the lashes?
Miserable. They're supposed to be.
Did you like them?
No.
Oh, you hated them.
Of course.
Why did you do it then?
I don't know. Something told me I needed to suffer for a while. And so I did.
Do you feel better?
Yeah. I don't think you can be happy if you don't
High five.
It's hard to be happy if you don't experience sadness every once in a while, right?
Yeah, and if sadness doesn't come around a lot, then I guess you self-immolate.
And maybe the happiest people are only happy because they've experienced the deepest sadness.
What does it mean if they're sad all the time?
It means that they're just banking that up for like a real big happy period in their life.
What if being happy is being sad?
That's some paradoxical shit, and I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, well, me either, but here we are.
You think you're happy and sad at the same time?
I don't think I can be happy without being sad.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you do it on like a more daily, day-to-day basis, but I do it in like chunks. I gotta be sad for a couple of weeks every once in a while.
Not every day?
No, I like my days where I'm not sad. I try
Why?
Just, I don't know, it feels like it's easy to get through the days.
Because you're happy?
Yeah.
But what if you're not happy unless you're sad?
Well, then you do your sadness time. You just look at it like your time. I gotta do my time.
I like doing time. Also, I've done a lot of time. I'd like to stop doing time. That's the thing that I've come to realize.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And it's up to you when you start and stop it. You do whatever.
Yeah, well,
you do you.
Sometimes it's not up to me, and sometimes people.
I think it is.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
You can be happy if you want to.
Yeah. I guess it's an agreement between two people.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you seek happiness within a relationship between two people, it has to be an agreement between the two people. And if one of the people doesn't deliver what the other one wants, then the relationship crumbles, right? At least in my understanding.
I suppose. I wasn't even thinking about it in that context. I think, like...
What was the context you were thinking of it in?
Just personal happiness. I don't think there needs to be, like, a relationship involved. But, I mean, that's just me.
Well, I'm codependent, so I don't...
Right.
I'm working on trying to understand that not codependent sort of lifestyle. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because with me, it's just kind of me all the time. And I don't know if you've ever met me, but I fucking hate me. I kind of suck.
So you got to change yourself.
I haven't changed in quite some time.
Right, but if you hate
I've been
yourself, like
trying.
that's a pretty big indicator that you got to change something.
But what if I'm, kind of like comfortable with it?
When you're comfortable with it, just, you know, if you're comfortable with it, you're comfortable with it. But it doesn't sound like you're comfortable with it when you say things like, I hate myself.
Actually, I'm pretty cool with myself.
Well, there you go. It's fine, though.
It's just how other people interact with me. They don't like me so much. It's very annoying.
That's out of your control. Don't beat yourself up for it.
Why not? I really like getting beat up. I think it has something to do with how I was raised.
Were you beat up? Were you beat a lot as a kid?
Just emotionally.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a little bit. I had a weird childhood too.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think this is the big reason I
Yeah.
don't want to have kids. I'm afraid I'd do something like that to them.
Well, don't you think that just recognizing it right now is enough to know that you wouldn't do that to them?
No, I don't think so. Because I think with kids, you gotta like,
Why not?
with kids, you gotta like train them like dogs. I think you gotta like reinforce this. You gotta like reinforce this shit and do it over time, and
Well, yeah.
insert your values into them, and you gotta be that
Yeah,
person
but
100% of the time. And it's like I'm a person who struggles with that kind of thing.
I hear it's different when it's yours.
I don't know.
I don't know either. They keep killing it.
Yeah, they got the power
Yeah.
there,
Yeah, don't they, though?
but it makes sense too.
Yeah, not my choice. And I'm still alive. Hallelujah.
When you say yours, do you mean like biologically yours?
Oh, yeah. As far as I know.
No, I just like
Yeah, I don't mean to
yeah.
be crude or like indignant or anything, but yeah, when I was told that it was mine, I assumed that it was mine.
You don't think you could ever like adopt?
Um, I could, but I wouldn't want to.
If you'd feel like there'd be something missing there?
Uh, well, there's that basic DNA instinct to want to continue the line, right? That's what would be missing, for me at least.
I deny a lot of things about my like baser human self, you know?
Like what?
I don't know. I just think
Sure you
like
do.
I live in like a very artificial world, and I kind of sometimes wish I lived in a more
Same here.
natural one.
What would be more natural for you?
Like literally, like I think it would be so cool to live off the land somewhere sometime.
Yeah,
Learn how to do all
me
that
too. I think it would be cool. We'd probably have to do it underground.
underground.
Yeah, no pesticides, right? We're going for purity.
All right, Breaking Bad.
Breaking legal.
I like
The
I like legality.
Yeah, I do too. It doesn't get me in trouble with the law.
Those scumbags.
Try as I might, I keep running into them. You know?
I know.
I will admit when I am wrong. That's why I drink alone at home now.
Preach.
I drink alone at home now.
I'm at home.
Walking distance.
I'm at home like all the time. I don't think I've left my house in 2 weeks. I'm still fucking. I'm eating.
Yeah.
I'm eating like popcorn, and I'm running out of bread. I'm eating rice.
I didn't buy bread, but I went grocery shopping yesterday.
I did make
eating a lot of rice.
I'm eating a lot of molasses cookies because I made those today. So that's gonna be what I live on for a few days.
They sounded sticky and thick.
They were pretty good, dude.
Did you brush your teeth afterwards?
You know I did.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, I didn't.
That's fine.
Tonight. I didn't tonight.
Got him.
Wow.
I didn't slam my desk.
You did it. You didn't do it. Fuck. Nobody's gonna watch this.
That's fine. I'm completely fine with that. We might have to edit it down, but we might have to get a VPN in line first.
Honestly, if you've watched this far and you're still watching, comment saying I made it this far.
Is this live?
Wait, is this live? Oh yeah, it is. I forgot about that, but yeah, we're live. I haven't been watching the chat.
Do we have any viewers?
I don't know if anyone. I doubted it so much that I didn't even bother bringing it up. You know.
Okay, here's where the money's at in the edits after the live stream. The VODs.
The VODs? Yeah.
The VODs. That's where the money is. The replayability, my dude.
The replayability.
The Joe Rogans of the money.
He just did it. Like, he did a podcast like 1,500 times, and then he made like, what, 10 million going over to Spotify? 100 million? What was it?
Something.
It was a lot of money.
More than I'll ever make, I hear.
Not if you just do something 1,500 times.
Unless we do it at least 1,001 times here right now.
That's what the plan was, right?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, we're up to 3 or 4 or something. We're getting there.
Well, if we count released versions, it's 2.
What? Didn't we do 2? And then one
if this one gets
one?
Released in one solid chunk on YouTube, then we'll have 2.
Shit.
The first one is unreleased.
I thought we were up to 3 even with the unreleased one.
I didn't unrelease it, and the second one, or the third one, we had Animal Chin in there, and he kept dropping some names.
Oh, that one never got published.
Yeah, no, because the whole VPN nonsense.
Oh, right. We gotta figure that shit out.
That is disgusting. I don't feel good talking about that even, but I'm going to bring it up anyways.
We'll do it.
Because I'm a ragamuffin, Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate.
We'll do it right now. Do you want to end this podcast?
No.
Nobody's listening.
Well, how long have we been streaming for? At least 30 minutes, right?
18 minutes and 26 seconds.
Oh, Jesus. No, we can't stop the stream at
Nobody's listening.
Minutes.
Nobody's ever gonna.
You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening.
We can call ourselves the fucking Dead Air Brigade, where nobody listens to our dead air conversations.
You're the reason we have dead air.
How could you say that?
You wanted to end it at 18 minutes.
How can you say that?
I said it out loud.
There's 2 of us.
To you.
I'm leaning on you.
We've never met in person, but I'm telling you to your face, you ended it at 18 minutes.
I'm leaning on you tonight, Doc. Listen, you got another 18 minutes of content you want to spew? That'll get us to 36.
You want to spew 18 minutes worth of content with me?
You want to do it?
We'll get to 36. Obviously. I'm trying to get at least an hour and a half.
An hour and I don't know if I have an hour.
I'm trying to get 3 fucking episodes.
3 episodes.
And we have 2.
Dude, maybe
if this one goes.
Maybe somebody would watch them.
We have to get it to an hour and a half.
Maybe somebody would watch them if they were 20 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to watch an hour and a half. Nobody's going to
go 20 minutes. You want to go 20 minutes.
Nobody's going to watch us talk for an hour and a half. Who would do that? Who would be crazy enough to do that?
Fine, 20 minutes. I agree to 20 minutes. We do have to get to 1,001.
That's 20 minutes. We did it.
We did it.
We could bang out a couple more episodes real quick and then backlog them.
I am so drunk right now. You're such... Ooh, you motherfucker. You came back after this 2 weeks like a mad cunt, my dude.
Dude.
I really wish... Were you recording with Animal Chin in there at all?
No, I'm still recording, by the way.
Oh, you're such a fucking asshole.
Wait, we didn't. I thought we were gonna. I thought we had to do an outro or something. Listen, I'll do another 18 minutes.
You're such a fucking asshole. You're such a fucking asshole. You tell me I'm not mean to you. You're such a fucking asshole. You tell me we're gonna do 1,001 fucking episodes, and you're like, oh, we'll do an hour and a half each time, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
All right, but listen.
Telling me 20 minutes.
I'm leaning on.
Telling me 20 minutes.
Listen, I'm leaning on you.
We can't
okay.
talk. We can't talk.
Can we just like watch some videos or something? I don't know. Like,
what video do you want to watch? Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate.
I don't know. I don't have much.
You have nothing to talk about. What have you been doing the past 2 weeks?
Sleeping, masturbating, and watching YouTube. So
welcome to Corona times.
So why would people listen to us talk about that for an hour and a half? They would have to be crazy.
Sleeping?
They would have to be crazy.
You know what my favorite thing that I've done about the past 2 weeks without you, Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate?
What's that?
Sleeping.
Same.
Yeah, I slept through D&D because you didn't show up.
It's like a free trial of being dead, and you get it.
I showed up an hour late, and I still found out that you didn't show up either, so it was fine.
I'm sorry.
I turned into a mist cloud the last session, and I flew the fuck away. Fuck you and your story. I failed the story.
You did a great job,
I still got away. I thought
you did a great job.
If you ever bring that character back again, you're a fool.
He's coming back, don't worry, but he'll be wearing a hat of disguise, and he'll be like a girl or something.
Ew, a handbag?
It'll be great.
You skipped this last week. I can't even believe you.
Dude.
Like,
everybody gets one, okay?
You took 2.
I only took 1.
That's fine. You can take another one? That's fine with me, too.
I'm gonna be there Sunday.
Honestly, I thought we quit recording at 18 minutes, and I'm oddly disappointed in you for not stopping it there.
Why? I thought you wanted to go longer.
Well, obviously, I wanted to make the hour and a half cutoff that you set forth.
We could browse Reddit together. Is that content?
No, I want to get back to this D&D thing.
Okay, I'm listening. Mortal Akadama.
Okay, you know what I really want to get into? You know what I really want to get into, Silver?
Go.
The 2 weeks that you haven't been around, why have you not been around? What was it that set you off? What was it that made you not show up?
So, a girl I was talking to ghosted me, which was a little frustrating, but not too big of a deal. There was a guy that was a dick to me at my card game. It was not a big deal. But again, you know, whatever. Then there was the thing. There was the thing with the Among Us people, and that was a little frustrating.
That was weird.
That was a little frustrating, especially because I went down to talk to them, and they wouldn't even talk to me. And
they wouldn't talk to me either.
I found that.
You know what I think it is?
Really weird. What?
Animal Chin.
Well, I don't.
Because that's what I hear from Calvin. And Calvin would listen to those people.
Well, even if that's the case, like I don't think Animal Chin deserved that.
No, he didn't deserve that. But, you know, I get aggressive when he's around, and maybe that's not a negative thing, but, you know, they're a guild.
I don't know. I don't want us to like.
Other than that,
it just felt like we were a bit othered.
Yeah, for sure. We were. We were all being pretty. I was being pretty depressive around then.
Depressive?
Well, I kept saying, you know, I don't want to be alive anymore. You know, I never wished that I would kill myself. I always wished that I just wouldn't be alive anymore. That's my problem.
I guess that's
in
like
the winter months.
I mean, if they don't want to be around that, that's fine. But it was weird that it was just like, I'm not trying to like, You know, it's like I'm over it. I don't. Not a big deal. But it was just weird that they wouldn't like talk about it.
Yeah. The next day they talked to me like nothing was wrong.
That's weird.
Yeah, but then the next day I was being depressive.
And then what?
Then they didn't talk to me as much.
It's a bit of an exclusive.
Which I get. I fucking get. Nobody wants to be around a Debbie Downer, you know?
Do you think you're a Debbie Downer?
Oh, I know I'm a Debbie Downer.
I never got that.
I describe my life as patiently waiting for death.
That's funny, though.
It's also true, which is why I think it's funny.
Damn.
Patiently waiting for death. Like, take me, Lord. Like, why are you forsaking me?
You're very patient. I think it's a great trait.
It's annoying. COVID.
The nicotine's probably not helping. Or, I mean, it is helping if you're in a rush.
Yeah, it is fucking helping. It accelerates everything. It's a stimulant.
If there was a drug out there that stopped time, would you take it?
Weed?
What if it just slowed time like Jet in the Fallout games?
Khajiit?
Yeah.
Skooma?
Yeah.
Khajiit will suck dick for Skooma.
Skyrim.
Yeah, it's Skooma.
What is it about Skyrim?
Dude.
Because I think that, like, I guess we've talked about
I don't know.
Game. I think we've talked about
That's a game. That's a weird addiction.
It
Skyrim.
is. Skyrim is just such a flat simulation. Nothing feels real in it.
Yeah.
It's all very.
I still play it for like 7 hours straight, and then think I've only played it for like 2 or 3 hours.
My problem is I can never play it for more than like 7 hours. It gets so samey. It's like, oh, I'm going through the forest again. Oh, there's a bear.
Well, that's the thing.
There's a bear. It's coming for me. Oh, it's growling. It's charging straight at me.
I hate frost trolls.
And I'll swing my sword at it until it dies. Oh, bear encounter down. Okay, time to go to the goblin cave. Oh, there's some goblins. Swing my sword at them until they die. Oh, there's the goblin leader.
Gross.
Swing my sword at him until he dies. Oh, the goblin leader had a chest. Oh, this one has +5 armor. It'll be slightly easier to swing my sword at them until they die, which I was not having any trouble with in the first place. Better
I hate frost trolls.
Rinse and repeat for about 7 hours, and then I'm like, oh yeah. That's why I stopped.
I hate regular trolls. And mammoths? Why would you ever attack a mammoth?
For their snout, right?
I hear it gets me hard.
Mammoth snout gets you fucking hard?
Yeah, just like skooma.
That's weird, dude.
You know, I always played a Nord in that game. I never played a Khajiit. Because I'm not a fucking furry.
Right.
Which is fine if you are a furry. I apologize for my pronunciation of it.
I think I was normally an archer, so I would usually play the Bretons. The bows were just so good.
Right on.
The bows were just so good. You fucking just like sneak and shoot, and you do the double damage.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of the fight, like for the entire time they're coming at you, you can attack them, but they can't attack you. So it's fucking like free hits and shit. And then when they do get close, you switch to like a sword and shield and finish them off. Bop, bop,
gross, but yes, also. Am I a Breton? Is that what I am? I don't know. I'll install that game, I'll play it for 7 hours, and then not play it for a year.
Yeah, that's
how I play Skyrim.
That's exactly what I do too, yeah.
I'm still on my first playthrough.
Oh, you're playing the same character, but you play it once every 7 years?
Well, not every 7.
Or once every 4. I don't know why I said 7.
Every 4. Right. I don't know. I may have said 7. I'm sorry. Every 4.
I think you said every year first time, but then I said 7 for some reason. Anyway, this doesn't matter.
I don't think I've installed it that much. At most every 2 years.
Did I tell you I was in the middle of installing it?
Gross. Yes, you did.
Isn't that weird?
And I think I was trying to talk you out of it.
Dude, I was thinking about playing World of Warcraft for a minute. Can you imagine?
You know who plays that a lot?
Calvin?
Him and his guild, and James.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Michael Carroll plays that a lot.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful world.
James is a fucking savant at that game, I hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never knew
Calvin
that.
leads a guild of many active players, but James.
What a gangster. I didn't know that.
That's why I want him on board. Anything I do, he's on board.
James seems like a smart guy.
Mm-hmm. Very smart. Good content.
Hot diggity damn.
Yeah. Well, when we so we start a legal business, right?
Okay.
We bring Matt on as the chief technology officer.
Sure.
Sorry, Animal Chin. And then James can help out with that. He can. And then I can do the growing, or I can help out with that. Also, they got to train me. That's besides the point. But first, we got to get investors. And here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
In order for us to get investors, we have to write a scientific paper.
We need to prove that the business would make money.
We have to write a scientific paper. And in order for us to write a scientific paper,
do we need a scientist?
We need at least most successful scientific papers are co-authored.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school for such a science, and so did Matthew, but they're different. They're different branches. I want to make Matt write most of the paper.
Sure.
And then I'll do the presentation. And then once we have that, we can take it to investors. I have at least one person, two people. It's one partnership.
Wouldn't it be seen as a conflict of interest if people ever found out that we pitched this using the science that our close friend did?
Well, the thing is like it's
like because you wouldn't trust a study that Coca-Cola was spouting as like as legit about like how sugar's not that bad for you, and then you find out like
the thing is
Coca-Cola funded the study. You know,
Animal Chin is the type of guy that he will not put out an incorrect purity.
No, but I'm just saying,
do that.
People would see that as a weird thing.
It may not. Maybe it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's weird, but it is accurate. And let me tell you, when I go through all my I have a bunch of like saved cart bags.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those are like 83, 85. And like, I think in Canada, it's got to be at least 91. It's been a minute since I read that paper that you put in that document.
The Google Doc.
Yeah. A lot of that is additives. Like if you get 85, then it's like your vitamin E's and your alkalis and all that. But if we can confirm our purity and we can get above 91 and we can export that,
mm-hmm.
and we can guarantee that.
Ooh. Exporting might be exporting to the United States might be complicated because isn't it illegal federally?
I don't know. It might become legal soon.
Oh, federally?
Maybe.
There you go. That should probably solve that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And if not, We still have Canada.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys don't care about purity as much.
No, we do.
But we still have that.
We could also start that upscale weed bakery.
Well, yeah, our concentrate is fucking C'est Magnifique. You want some? You want to go to sleep? You want to be creative? You want to watch Family Feud with your grandma and not have a bad time? Yeah, we can guarantee that level of purity.
I like that. That should be where our first commercial should say exactly
As
that.
As a connoisseur myself, I like purity.
It's good to know that what you're taking isn't poisoning your body.
Yeah, as a guy full of poisons, it's nice to know. It's nice to fucking know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's a fucking business practice that I would stand behind.
Samesies.
And I think if we wrote a paper and then I put together a fucking...
Well, now that you said it out loud and on the air, you have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. I was hoping we would do it while with Animal Chin. But, you know, he did go to sleep or whatever. He was like drinking.
Sunlight here now.
Yeah. Hey, did we make it to at least 30 minutes? 42 at least?
36.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know, that's a good length, right?
Is it?
I don't know. Do you want to go to sleep? You said it's daylight there.
I mean, listen, I'm in this for the long haul. My sleep schedule is super fucked.
What? I had 2 coffees today. Can you believe it?
I can believe it.
I drove to the place, and then I walked back to it after I met my aunt and uncle for lunch, kind of. They dropped it off on the sidewalk, and I picked it up off the sidewalk.
Nice.
Yeah. And then they wore masks, and my aunt stayed inside the car, and then I didn't go near the car.
Very Corona mindful.
She's got some stuff going on that I'm not wanting to give Corona to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like you kept it Corona free.
And then I Zoomed my grandma.
Nice.
Yeah. And my grandma had a real good talk, you know.
Hell yeah, dude.
She told me I was a handsome boy. Did we talk about this already on this podcast?
I don't think we'd have, but I do remember you told me earlier she said you had handsome eyes, specifically.
She kept telling me anytime I had my eyes closed, I looked like my dad. I said, Grandma, stop it. He voted for Trump. And then I opened my eyes real wide, and she said, oh, you have such handsome chocolate eyes. And I was like, Grandma, stop it. And then I started smoking in front of her, and she got real upset. She's like, oh, Davi, are you smoking? Did I see you just smoke something? I said, Grandma, I'm vaping nicotine.
Was she heartbroken?
And that was pretty much it. And then I started drinking coffee instead of smoking because I had 2 coffees today. And that was my Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
In Canada, we have a different Thanksgiving.
So today was just kind of like a Thursday for you?
It's barely even that, to be honest.
You know, to be honest, that's kind of what I felt about today.
Yep.
I woke up early and got 2 cups of coffee instead of just 1. And I risked coronavirus and hung out with my aunt and uncle. And I Zoomed my grandma. And it was barely a Thursday for you.
Yep.
God, I envy the Canadians.
You shouldn't.
Why not?
If
that's the kind of low-key shit I'm looking for in my daily life. I think it was Thursday. I don't want to commit to it, but it may have happened.
Dude, I think I woke up at like 11 p.m. But here's the thing, like I've been staying up like 24 hours a day.
Gross.
So I've been like doing this like whole fucking super weird schedule. And so the day before yesterday, I was like, okay, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna fucking flip it around. So I stayed up until midnight, and then I went to bed. And so that was the night before last. And so I woke up at like 8 a.m. or whatever. Like, okay, good timing. But then so that was this morning, like Thursday morning, and.
This day of our Lord.
Fucking
praise the sun.
I was gonna stay up all day, of course. Like I had just slept all night, so like I got a good 8 hours of sleep. I got so tired at like 1 p.m. that I went and laid down, and then I woke up tonight at 11 o'clock. So
wait, you woke up tonight at 11?
Yeah.
Is that when you got in here?
Maybe a couple hours after that. I did something tonight. Oh, I made those molasses cookies. That's right.
Yeah. I had mashed potatoes and gravy for dinner because my aunt and uncle dropped it off on the sidewalk.
And I had molasses cookies.
And you were just like, I had molasses cookies because it was kind of a Thursday. God bless the Canadians.
Dude.
That's what I have to say.
I love molasses cookies.
I think I do too. I don't know. I can tell you, it's been a minute. I avoid sugar.
Yeah, molasses is just sugar. I only learned that a couple of years ago. I thought it was like its own thing.
Huh?
I thought there was like a molasses tree or something.
It doesn't come out of a tree? It's not maple syrup?
No, molasses is just unrefined sugar.
Gross. Like straight from the maple tree?
Straight from the sugar cane.
Y'all got sugar cane up there?
No, I think we import our sugar like you guys do.
Gross. I think we should grow our own sugar.
Maybe we do. I actually don't know much about this, and I don't know why I'm pretending to know what I'm talking about.
Well, I wish I knew why I was pretending that I wished we grew our own sugar.
Yeah, I don't even know anything about making sugar, growing sugar. It should be known that we're not experts at sugar.
I never claimed to be an expert.
In fact, we're pretty, like, if I can only speak for myself, but I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to sugar. I eat too much of it.
I would tell you.
I'm literally going to eat nothing but molasses cookies for like 3 days. That's going to be my diet.
I'd show you my teeth, but I'm too ashamed.
God. Your teeth look fine to me.
It's because of the Xbox 360 level of quality camera I have.
Dude.
I brush them sometimes, I promise.
I believe you.
They're still in my head, so yeah, me too. I'm a fiend for chocolate milk and coffee with Irish creamer in it.
Do you look at it like you're cleaning your skeleton?
No. One time I was eating pizza so fast with a fork that I bit into the fork.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have a fucking chip out of the front of one of my front teeth. And now I lick it a lot and think, I wish I wouldn't have bit that fork so hard.
Fuck. That sucks.
Yeah, you know.
I got like empathy pain in my teeth that time.
You think of your teeth as like a part of your skeleton?
It is a part of your skeleton. I just think of it
as a thing that I used to bite that fork too hard one time.
It is a part of your skeleton.
Well, you're not wrong. It's gross. I don't want to think of it like that.
I like to think that
everyone dies.
I like to think that my skeleton is trying to escape my body so I can go off and scare people every Halloween night or something. and I have to clean it.
Spooky, scary skeletons?
Cleaning it is like a ritual that I use to appease it, to keep it inside my body for one more day. That's how I look at it.
I was chewing gum the other day, and I felt something move inside one of my top left teeth. I think it was one of my fillings. And then a lot of tooth dust fell out of it.
Tooth dust?
Yeah, that's the only way I can describe it.
Are you talking about powdered tooth? Powdered tooth?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And now all I can think about is, like, I should drink less chocolate milk and brush my teeth more.
Dude, I should,
and you're thinking about taking care of your skeleton. Two completely different points of view.
I should, read a book about nutrition or something. I don't know anything about nutrition.
I think you're doing quite all right.
I don't know. I mean, just because I'm the right weight doesn't mean I'm good on nutrition, you know? I might not be getting everything I need.
If I was gonna give you negative points in any stat,
int for sure.
I think it might be hearing.
Perception?
I don't know. You got pretty good perception about you.
I got dogged perception. I'm supposed to be wearing glasses too. I never wear my glasses.
I took mine off. They're sitting there.
I can basically see my computer screen perfect, and that's what I do 90% of the time. So I just don't wear glasses. I'm okay to drive, and I don't have it on my license or anything like that, but
yeah, there was a year where I drove without my glasses, mainly because I lost them. They fell off me while I was drunk and running.
Your glasses, you say?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I got over it.
That tends to be what happens.
When bad things happen, you get new glasses.
Boy, do bad things happen, eh?
Yeah, you drink too much and your glasses fall off your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad things.
Yeah, I try not to drink at all anymore. Have you been drinking?
Nope.
That's not bad.
No,
How would you say you're 2 weeks sober?
Not tonight. No, I broke that tonight. Otherwise I wouldn't be here.
What?
Oh, come on.
What?
I can't be around anybody when I'm not intoxicated. That would be toxic. I would
Well, yeah, but 2 weeks ago you had never drank and mixed the other thing with it at all. You can say it's legal marijuana up there in Canada. You never mixed the marijuana with the drink before up there.
Yeah, no, I never.
Something I would never do.
No, I had never. That was the first time I did that. It was a good experience. Positive experience for sure.
And you would say you didn't do it every night past then?
No, that was the only 2 nights I did that.
Okay, well, what about tonight?
I'm just high. What do you mean?
So you haven't been drinking?
No, I haven't been drinking, but I've taken 75 milligrams of THC over the night.
I feel like I've been misled. I thought you said you had drank, but that's fine. I don't need to peer pressure you into anything.
Sorry if I said that I misspoke or didn't understand the question.
Maybe you said otherwise you wouldn't be here?
Yeah, because I wouldn't be sober. I don't think I've ever met you when I wasn't. I don't think I've ever met you sober.
Yeah, I'm kind of self-absorbed when I'm sober.
Yeah, I'm not a good time, so I don't really hang out with people when I'm sober.
Yeah, when I'm sober, I'm asleep a lot of the time.
Right, same, yeah.
So one thing me and my grandma have in common nowadays. We sleep a lot.
Dude.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Yeah, I talk way too much about sleeping. I do apologize about that.
Did you watch the Joe Rogan podcast with Matt Walker about sleeping?
I would never. Mainly because he switched to Spotify, and I think that's a communist plot. You as a Canadian would know about that.
About communist plots or about Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I've been involved in a few communist uprisings. You know, but I mean, around here, that's like saying, you know, I used to play baseball.
American or otherwise?
American.
Oh. So no Apple Basket nonsense?
No, we hadn't invented Apple baskets yet.
You played baseball?
I did.
How was it?
Uh, Weird, I guess. I don't know. It was
Why was it
fun.
weird?
It was fun, but
Is it fun?
yeah, I guess it was fun. I just like I don't know. It was all
But it was
like
weird.
it was all like yeah, it was just for fun, really. I don't think I was ever like a part of a competitive team.
Why was it weird though?
I guess I'm just trying to remember it, and it was like
Did you block it out for some reason?
maybe.
What happened during
I don't
baseball?
I remember. Oh, I remember. Ah, okay,
Uh,
I remember. I remember. This is a
oh,
funny story, actually.
what happened?
So
Oh,
there was one year, there was one year we played the entire season.
sure.
We never won a single game, right?
God, that'll happen. Yeah.
Traditionally, at the end of the season, we have a game against the parents, and they beat us too.
Jesus.
They beat us too, dude. They didn't even let us win.
Wow.
We were like 9.
We were like 9. That's what killed me the most. It was just like
Give
they
us
didn't give a
something.
fuck.
Give us something.
What was it?
We didn't stand a chance if you guys used your full strength and you knew it. You still played. And that's why I blocked out baseball from my consciousness.
Jesus. That made me laugh. I'm sorry. You didn't win a single game?
Not a single game the whole damn season, dude.
Not even against the Parrots?
They beat us
What a bunch of
mercilessly.
assholes. You know, what a bunch of assholes. That's what I gotta say about the Parrots.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well, you and me both.
Fuck.
You didn't win a single game.
Nope.
So your mom and or your dad was there?
Yes. Both of them, I believe. Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Jesus, both of your parents beat you in one game of baseball, American baseball.
I can't remember if Dad was playing. I don't think Mom would have played. Maybe
they were just watching in the grandstands.
No, maybe they did because Mom would play every once in a while. We had like for a while we lived at a place where we had a baseball place to play baseball because we lived near. We grew up right beside my grandparents' farm.
They call them diamonds here.
Yes, a baseball diamond. So I think Mom would play with us sometimes. She might have played in this. She might not have. I don't have full recollection of the event. Again, blocked it out. Apparently.
That's fine. I'm not judging.
Hey, I played baseball. I used to play soccer. Soccer wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I have an affinity for that sport for some reason. I love soccer.
I think what it was about baseball was I was always scared of getting hit by the ball. And actually, I know why that was, too.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had a baseball diamond near the house. And one year, my brother he was pitching.
Sure.
and he threw the ball, and the guy wailed it, hit my brother in the
Mhm.
face. I can't remember if it
Yeah.
like dislocated his jaw or like, but I remember there was a ton of blood. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think yeah.
Jesus.
I
Hit his
was
nose or
always
something?
it might have hit his nose. I kind of remember it hitting his jaw. Maybe it was his nose.
Jesus fuck.
I remember like his jaw having to be. I don't remember.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I like soccer
Fuck.
more.
My cousin, or I guess my uncle, was real big into soccer, and he would always make me play goalie, and then he would kick the ball as hard as he could into my face.
That's toxic.
And say, I guess you shouldn't have put your face in front of the ball.
That's toxic masculinity.
Well, I guess I learned an important lesson.
What's that?
Don't put your face in front of the ball,
Is that what you were doing, or was he kicking you in kicking the ball towards your face? I thought you said he was kicking the ball towards your face.
Well, in between the half second where the ball was on the ground, and then he kicked it,
and
then it hit me in the face. I don't think that I moved my face in front of it.
So you think he tried to kick it in your face?
I don't know if he did it on purpose. I can't say that he did it on purpose, So
was he a good enough shot to do that?
I don't know. It happened more than once.
Sounds like he was trying to
the same play session. I was kind of dumb.
Sounds like he was trying to kick the ball in your face.
Well, lesson learned. Don't play soccer with Uncle Josh.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
That's
don't
what we're all.
play D with your face so hard. Rocket League. How about that game?
Lesson learned. That should be our motto for this podcast. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
We here at the Poor Life Decisions podcast would like to remind you not to attempt anything you hear on this show.
No, we're trained professionals.
That's right. And everything we do is on a closed set.
I have 2 geckos, but they are trained. By God, they are trained.
Look at him go. Do you get to see him move sometimes? Do you ever catch him moving?
I took one out from my grandma today, and it jumped up on my collar and ran around my neck.
Hell yeah.
She was delighted.
Nice.
It was the coolest thing my grandma had seen all day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, grandmas are something else, aren't they?
I've had a few more than most people do, which is very confusing for me and also people that I talk to about it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was adopted a few times. So, multiple grandmas are involved. But the one I talked to today was my dad's mother. And that was great.
That's good. The more the merrier.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
You started off by saying you had more grandmas than the average person.
Yeah, most people have 2 grandmas, 2 grandpas,
Yep.
I had a lot.
Okay.
3, 4 grandmas, grandpas. Apparently everybody didn't stay together long enough. And they were adopted, so I don't count them. Maybe that's just my
Do you have like a top? Do you have like a tier list? Do you have like a top 4 that you consider the real ones?
Yeah, I talked to my
the
grandma
OGs.
on my dad's side, and that's it.
Yeah, she's the
Yeah,
OG.
yeah, she's blood related, so I talked to her.
Nice.
I've met my mom's mom twice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her in a few years. Mainly because they don't talk to anybody on that side.
That's okay. You make your own family.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the last time you talked to your mommy?
She stopped in last night. She was concerned
Was
for my
that last
safety.
night?
Yeah.
What? She checked on your safety?
Yeah.
Was it fine?
I think so.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, it was 6
So I didn't
p.m.
check in.
It was 6 p.m. and I was asleep when you came in.
Mom, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
See, with my mom, she was always just like, hey, wake up. Do you want to fuck?
Jesus.
I'd be like, jeez, no. What?
Jesus.
Yeah. That's what I'd say. If I wasn't
Fucking,
such a good Christian lad.
Fucking weird one. Weird one she was.
Well, to each their own.
Still, that's fucking
That's what
weird.
I say.
That's pretty fucking
weird. It's a
weird.
little disconcerting.
I'd call it weird.
I'd call it, gonzo, bonzo. Like, fucking what? Like, I just woke up. Why are you, what? And your mom was just like, hey, it's 6 p.m. Wake up. I want to talk to my boy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Check his safety. God bless your mom.
I know, right?
You call them mums up there, right?
Yeah, why? What do you call them?
Mum.
Yeah. Same word,
she
right?
hated it. What?
Was that the same word or no?
Mom. Yeah,
Mom. Yeah.
Mum. You know, like the word.
Yeah.
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 I always called her mom.
Mom.
Yeah. Mom.
That sounds like it should be spelled M-A-U-M. Mom.
Gross. I would never spell M-A-U-M. I would only do M-O-M. And then insist that you pronounce it mom.
Mom. Mom.
Mom's the word?
It is?
Wait. Have you heard that saying?
Mom's the word.
Mom's the word?
It means don't talk about this, right?
Yeah. You scared me for a second there.
Okay.
But it was my own misconception. But that's how you do it. You do mom. Mom is how you say the word.
Mom.
That's how I would say it sometimes too. And she'd always be like, you call me mom. It was very inconsequential. But the point is
most of life is, yeah.
And also she wanted to, do that horrible thing. But that's fine. I didn't want to do that, and it didn't happen. And here we are talking about mums.
Here we made it. Dude,
I'm hoping.
We're big time now. We're talking about our mums.
Yeah, this is why I don't get along with anybody. They're always just like, oh, my mom is just like, like a mom.
A mom.
Yeah. Like a mom. Like a regular mom.
Like a mom.
Yeah, she was like a mom figure to me.
Mom?
She took care of me when I needed to be taken care of.
Right.
And I'm like, she didn't try to fuck you? And they're like, no.
Right.
And then I'm just like, oh, we don't have the same frame of reference. But because I'm autistic, I adopt their frame of reference.
I can relate to that because I've told you about how like
don't relate to that.
No, but like I have a weird frame of reference. Like do you remember how I told you like I used to think it was normal for everybody to be miserable, like every family to be miserable, because my family was like always angry, and the Simpsons were always angry at each other.
Yeah.
And the people, yeah. So like I know what you mean because I had that same problem, like where I thought everyone was like. So I know what you're saying. It's you've got a broken. Dr. Phil would call it a broken personal truth.
I accept my personal truth as being not the norm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm no longer like surprised when everybody else is just like, no, that never happened. What? I'm just like, I probably shouldn't say that out loud first. That's what I've come to.
People don't believe you?
Oh, they usually believe me. I don't know what it is about my visage, but people believe what I say to them most of the time. Maybe it's my tone.
Maybe. You are a very honest person.
Oh, it's annoying. People are always admitting things to me that I'm not quite comfortable with, but I'm always very interested in what they have to say. I don't have an example for you, of course, but it's always something like, oh, we met like 20 minutes ago and now you're telling me that about you. Well, now, I think completely differently about you than I would have otherwise. I don't know how to react to that. And then I got my frame of reference, which is, of course, as you know,
busted.
Not the norm. So if somebody else gives me a not the norm, and sometimes maybe it's not up to snuff with my not the norm, I kind of sit there and I don't know how to react to it sometimes. I'm not sure.
People just naturally confide in you.
Yeah, they find me trustworthy for some reason.
Probably because you're honest.
Yeah, I'm definitely an asshole, but I'm always honest.
That's what matters. Honesty is the best policy. That's what I always say.
I don't think that's evil, and I strive not to be evil. If you can believe it.
Same. I've been watching Hercules. What a great guy that was.
Like the show with Eolus?
Yes. The one with Kevin Sorbo and
Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah.
Lucy Lawless is Xena on there sometimes.
Dude, yeah, I just got to the first episode with her in it. And I didn't realize she started as a villain.
Well, I mean, she is a woman.
Right, yeah, there are some strong women on the show.
Oh, sure.
But they're usually also quite sexualized. I mean, it was the 90s, you know. It is what it is.
Women are sexualized?
If you can believe it. If you can believe it.
What would they sexualize about them?
Their boobs and their butts, mostly.
What, they have big boobs and big butts?
Yes.
I don't believe
it. They were quite highlighted.
Why would they highlight them?
I think they were portraying them as eye candy for the screen, you know?
So they did this to Lucy Lawless, right?
I guess she was, yeah, her outfit was fairly revealing, yeah. It was
She did
better
have
than
that
most.
skirt.
It was better than most.
Yeah, well. I hear she was dating, well, is married to the director?
No way.
Or, yeah, unless she's a lesbian. Oh, God.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the point
Yes.
is, Hercules, what a guy. What a guy to look up to. What a great hero figure.
You know, I never had a bad word to say about Kevin Sorbo as Hercules.
Do you know his name was actually Heracles? And we just changed it in English to Hercules for like no reason?
I can honestly say that I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
I've heard the name Heracles before.
Yeah, that was his actual name. And we just don't call him that for some reason. We just changed it.
I mean, that sounds very American.
Right. Right.
Also, Lucy
don't like
Lawless
the truth?
is straight. She
don't like the
men.
truth? Change it. Don't like the truth? Change it. That would be a good motto for your country. It's not
funny.
That would make a good motto for your country.
Don't like the truth? Change it? Fuck. Well, it's definitely been a motto the last 4 years, that's for sure.
Right. Daddy Biden will take everything, make it all right again.
Yeah, hopefully he'll forget what he's doing, and then is it Kamala? I always say her name wrong.
I don't know. I thought Kamala it was Kamala Harris. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, she'll take over.
Oh.
And then, well,
and then the bombs start dropping.
As long as it's not Clinton.
Oh right, yeah. Yeah, Hillary Clinton. Nobody has a good thing to say about Hillary Clinton.
No, they don't.
Nobody ever has anything good to say about Hillary Clinton.
You know who really doesn't have anything good to say about Hillary Clinton?
Who?
Everybody who voted in 2016 for the presidential candidates of the United States of America. Yeah.
She didn't do too well.
No, I hear she won the popular vote. I don't know.
Fuck.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. It's gross. I don't like it. Okay, so Kamala Harris takes over.
Right.
She's the first female president of these United States. We've already had a black president. Now we have a black female president.
Okay.
Do you think Justin Trudeau will stop wearing blackface?
I think he will, but mostly because of the peer pressure.
Not because he thinks it's right?
Exactly.
He'll still embezzle the money.
Sure. Yeah, that won't stop.
Okay. And he will not stop wearing blackface because he thinks it's wrong, but because he feels peer pressure to do it.
Right.
I'm going to be honest with you here. I would still wear blackface.
Hey, you do you.
This is why I'm not president of Canada.
Right. It would be very hard to become the president of Canada. You'd be the first.
Are you sure?
You'd be the first one.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I'd be the first American citizen to wear blackface. I've never worn blackface yet, but I would do it if it would help me become the president of Canada.
I don't think it would. I don't think it would help you.
Are you sure?
I don't think it would help you in any way.
Are you sure?
I think it would be a 100% negative experience. But I could be wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
We should ask Justin Trudeau.
Should we? Do you have his number?
Yes.
Do you think he can
No, I don't have his number, but I think we should ask Justin Trudeau if I should wear blackface or not and become the president of Canada.
Do you think he would do a show with us? Do you think he would come on for an hour and a half?
If we could tantalize him enough. If we could find something that he wanted.
He wants my body. Let's be honest.
Silver Doubloon's the famous pirate. Do you think Justin Trudeau, the only Canadian president in the history of Canadian presidents to wear blackface and become the Canadian president that we know of, would want your body?
Hey, I'm just saying he's a man of taste, you know?
And I also love chicken nuggets.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm not saying you're made of chicken nuggets, but I would love if you were made of chicken nuggets.
I mean, there's probably still some old, like, cells that were born from chicken nuggets.
Oh, Jesus.
You know?
Did I misspeak?
They're like 8th
Did
generation.
I misspeak?
What?
Do you not think that Justin Trudeau would not want your body because of the chicken nugget to human ratio?
But well, I think that is
genetically speaking.
That is a ratio that everybody should know about themselves. By the way, if you haven't been tested for your chicken nugget to human ratio, everybody should send in a sample to chickennuggettohumanratio.com and find out your personal ratio. Because if you don't know your ratio, you can't expect other people to know their ratio. So we all got to do this together, guys. We all gotta find out our ratios.
Together, we got to band together, and we have to figure out the human to chicken nugget ratio.
This is important.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think there are more chickens. I think there's a higher chicken nugget ratio to human.
You think you're more than 50% chicken nugget?
Yes, and
what is that? Is like, do you know the ship of Theseus?
No.
Okay, the ship of Theseus is when you have
Theseus?
Yes, this is an ancient Greek thing. You have a ship, right?
Okay.
You have a ship, and it's
sure.
You make the ship, right? And you know, over time the ship decays. So you replace parts of the ship, right? You replace one part at a time. Eventually, you've replaced the entire ship, and it no longer possesses any parts of its original design. Is it still the same ship? Is it still the same ship?
Interesting.
Because my question for you is, are you no longer a human, and are you a chicken nugget?
That's an interesting question. Mainly because as someone who is composed mainly of chicken, I can tell you for a fact that I subside mainly on chicken and pizza. That I think you're more human than you are a chicken nugget.
Even if you're 51% chicken nugget?
Huh?
Even if you're 51% chicken nugget, you're more human than you are chicken
nugget?
Well,
if I assume that I'm 51% chicken nugget, then I am mostly chicken nugget. I would say I'm 51%. That's a majority share chicken nugget.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would never willingly sign up to be 51% chicken nugget, though.
Would you like me to address you differently, or?
I would prefer that you referred to me as hen.
Hen dot?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to put my name in there.
Okay, just hen.
Yeah. Hey
hen. I can get used to this.
Yeah. I could get to it too. Ooh. Dad, never again would a hen.
Hen.
Not for you, not for anyone else. I would never hen.
Dude. The Greeks were pretty fucking cool.
You were talking about the ship of Theseus?
Yeah, dude. They were real smart for, like, when they were around, you know, they figured out, like, architecture and philosophy, and they had, like, an advanced form of government, and they had one of the greatest...
built the pyramids.
They had one of the greatest armies the world's ever seen. I don't know, but that pyramid thing sounds like I don't know if that's true. Wait, did they make
Well,
pyramids?
some Jew did it.
I thought the Egyptians were the pyramid ones, but I mean, I could be wrong. I don't
Yeah,
know my
yeah,
history.
yeah, yeah.
But I mean, maybe
They
the
got a
Greeks did
guy.
it
They
first.
got a guy.
Maybe the Greeks did it first. I don't know. Maybe they made like
No, they
smaller
didn't.
ones.
I was being facetious.
But yeah, the Greeks were like, and they had like this whole like fantasy and like their own folklore and their own like pseudo religion, and it's like they had so much going on, and they were like, that was like that was quite a society they had for back then. They had some stuff
Sure,
figured out.
sure.
They had some stuff figured out.
I heard they did gross stuff with boys and men.
Yeah, that's not good.
And that's fine. What? What? It could be good. It could be good.
Well, the boys thing.
I mean, well, no.
Yeah, that's kind of off the table.
I would never put it on the table. No. I would keep it off the table. I would say if you want this on the table, then
we got a problem.
We scrap the table.
We got a problem.
We got a problem. We got a problem. But they got this ship that if you replace it with chicken nuggets,
piece by piece,
it's no longer a ship. It's a new chicken nugget.
The question is, at which point, if it is not the same ship, at what point does it become a different ship? Is it at 51%? Is it at when it's 100%? Maybe you got to be 100%.
So it's a glass half full, half empty question. If you ask me,
it's just a thought experiment. I think is all it is. There's no like. I don't think there's a definite answer to it.
Well, with the glass half full, half empty, I think that it only if it's full at one point and it becomes half full, then it's half empty. Right. Or I'm sorry, half full, half full, half full. Jesus.
Well, I mean,
but if it's empty and then you fill it up a bit, then it's half empty.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see you're basing the verbiage based on its previous experience.
Its state.
Right.
So if the ship is a ship and it becomes 51% chicken nugget, it is over half chicken nugget.
But it's still the ship.
But if there is no ship and you build it up to be 51% ship or 51% chicken nugget, then it is either, respectively ship or chicken nugget.
Okay. So it's based on what you started at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it's half ship or if it's full ship at the beginning, then it becomes a majority of chicken nugget.
I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
You ever sit on your hands?
Yeah, it makes them warm.
It does, doesn't it? It's kind of nice.
Yes, my butt makes my hands very warm. I've begun sitting upon my hands. I find that I don't put them directly under my buttocks. I put them, I guess you would call it below the buttocks, like the thigh.
Yep.
But right where they begin to merge.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, it's where I find the most warmth. Not in the buttock.
Your body's a furnace. It runs on calories.
I'm constantly producing heat.
Yeah, it runs on calories.
Ooh. Yeah, does it ever? I like to burn calories.
Same. Mostly consuming them, though.
I also like drinking liquid So if I'm not full of liquid and I fill myself up with liquid, am I half full or am I half empty?
Well, based on your earlier, you would have started off empty, so you'd be half full because you're filling it, right?
And if well, and here's where I think that question gets all crisscrossy. It's like, how can you ever get full if it's always at empty? Is it because you fill it up in one sitting and that's what makes it full? And then if it becomes half empty, if it goes from full down to empty, but if you always start at zero, then how can you ever have full?
Nobody's listening to this conversation. Definitely.
No, nobody's listening
Dude,
to this.
if you're listening to this, I am so sorry for you. I am so sorry for you, dude. How you sunk so low to choose this as the way to spend your time? I truly feel sorry for you.
I appreciate the concerning ear. The concerned ear? Discerning. That was the word I was looking for. The discerning ear.
Nobody.
You were looking for the real physical, philosophical questions.
I don't know what I was doing. I can't even remember what we were talking about. It's already my mind has evaporated it. What were we talking about? I can't even remember.
Well, you know, I think it had something to do with the glass being half empty or half full, and there was some sort of metaphor that I kept crossing with that.
Right.
The Theseus ship, chicken nuggets.
Yes.
We were talking about what percentage of man becomes chicken nuggets. I think 51% is probably an acceptable level that you become more chicken nugget than human.
Right.
If you ask me. But then if you go into the philosophical depths of it, can one ever really truly be chicken nugget if they were never chicken nugget? Because a surprising amount of me is powered by chicken nugget.
Right.
I think that's what we were talking about.
Once you're a chicken nugget, do you ever stop being chicken nugget?
I don't think I could if I tried. Would you be barbecue sauce, ketchup, or Szechuan sauce?
I don't even think I've ever had Szechuan sauce. Barbecue sauce, what was the other one?
Ketchup.
The most recent one I've had is barbecue sauce. Yeah,
sure.
I don't really. I put ketchup in my meatloaf. So
that's a good place to put it.
That'd be a little bit of both, I guess. Some sort of mixture. Actually, when I have steak, I mix a little bit of ketchup in with the steak sauce.
What do you got? You got like A1 sauce?
I've had A1 sauce.
So that's not what you mix in with your ketchup to your meat?
No. I can't remember what it is, if I'm being honest. And I don't think I have any in the fridge. I haven't had steak in a while.
You know, honestly, I can't say I've had it within a year.
Yeah.
With the COVID times being what they are, I don't think I've had a steak within a year.
I had like a little thing for them for a while where I really learned to cook a good steak. And I haven't had one in a long time. I should make a steak one day. Just to make sure I still remember how.
Well, I assume that's something like riding a bike where you wouldn't forget it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so too, man. You know, you see a piece of meat, you cook it thoroughly.
We're at 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 30 seconds. What do you got left to say, Doc? We're almost there. What are your final thoughts of the day, Jerry Springer?
Fuck. I think we've been kind of phoning it in.
For sure.
And I apologize.
We've had some fun. We've had some fun though.
Oh yeah, how could we not? Philosophical questions have been asked.
And answered clearly and
Okay.
clearly and definitively.
I order my steak medium rare. I like pink in it.
Same.
Well then, I must reiterate that again, that I believe that I keep my youthful glow through imbibing the blood of the innocent.
The innocent? Dude. Meat.
Yeah, I don't think that an animal could ever truly be guilty.
No, for sure. I think we should probably think that way about humans too.
You know, probably make my life a lot easier.
Right.
I know it's been making it difficult, but
there are people who are victims of their circumstance, but I think for the
and
most part,
otherwise,
yeah, I think for the most part, people are just trying to do good out there, and it ain't easy. It ain't always easy.
Yeah, I've been struggling with good and evil and easy and bad as of late, but maybe that's a story for another time.
Can we say lesson learned at the end?
I believe we can say lesson learned. If you can come up with one lesson that we have learned, Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate.
Tonight I learned from your story about... I backed myself into a corner here. See if I can remember any of your stories.
That's okay. Still. Take your time.
Give me one.
I'm trying to remember yours.
Give me one of the stories you told tonight. Did you just erase the last hour and a half from your consciousness as well?
Yeah, I was trying really hard.
Me too.
My secret is I'm always trying to erase the last hour and a half of my previous, existence.
Right. Because if you keep doing that, you'll eventually never have existed.
I thought I remembered your story, but then I did not.
I'm drawing a blank too, my dude. Let's just...
Tonight I learned that it is important to listen.
Oh, wow.
Because if you do not, this will happen. Just, we won't remember what we were talking about.
Oh, see, I didn't even get where you were going with that.
I know.
It's over. It's over for me tonight.
Dude, I'm about KO. I got a little bit of some drink here that I'm not going to drink. I might drink it, but that's besides the point. But I think that the ending is good. As long as you tell me one thing you learned.
I learned people think it's weird when you keep a shotgun shell from a suicide attempt. Got him.
I don't think it's weird, but Matt does.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
I will let that one go. Is that the story? Is that the story you told?
That was one of them. Yeah. I told a couple of stories. I think I don't really remember. Like I said, it's scrubbed. It's already scrubbed.
That you should always use a shot shell.
Yep.
And not birdshot.
Yeah, sure. Because birdshot's the one that Dick Cheney shot his friend in the face with, right? That's why he was okay.
If you can call him a friend.
Oh, I don't remember all the details.
I don't know. I've never shot any of my friends in the face with birdshot.
I think it was an accident.
The guy who got shot in the face apologized to Dick Cheney.
What the fuck?
Sounds like an accident.
I didn't know that.
We fucking look it up. The guy who got shot in the face by Dick Cheney apologized to Dick Cheney.
We're still recording, by the way.
I figured.
The guy who got shot. Dick Cheney. Harry Whittington. Dick Cheney accidentally shot. Okay, now go Harry Whittington apology.
Damn. Is it happening? If this is false, then it has been lying to me. Because anytime this comes up, William's just like, and then the guy apologized for getting shot in the face. Ooh.
I got this for you.
Dude, I'm about to...
Good afternoon.
Jesus.
All of you of media have been very patient and waiting for me to make my appearance here. I hope you understand.
Dude, you sound
Sorry I
scared.
delayed you, but I know your role is to get the news out to the public. I compliment you on what you've done. I've read and seen many of your reports, and I know your job isn't easy. I regret that I couldn't have been here earlier, so you could see what a lucky person I am. For many years, my
He
family
looks like he's got a
has been
black
friends
eye.
with the Armstrongs down in
Well, he
Kansas
was
County.
shot in the face.
We have visited them.
That's
for
what I'm
over
thinking,
25
like-
years and have had some wonderful trips and visits, pleasant memories that we cherish forever. However, this past weekend encompassed all of us in a cloud of misfortune and sadness that is not easy to explain, especially to those who are not familiar with the great sport of quail hunting. We all assume certain risks in whatever we do, whatever activities we pursue, and regardless of how experienced, careful, and dedicated we are. Accidents do and will happen, and that's what happened last Friday. I am very grateful and want to thank all the people who have remembered me in their prayers and the kindness that you have extended to my family who's been here this week. My family and I are deeply sorry for all that Vice President Cheney and his family have had to go through this past week. We send our love and respect to them.
Dude, the guy's got a bruise in his underjowl.
With situations that are much more serious than what we've had this week. And we hope that he will continue to come to Texas and seek the relaxation that he deserves.
To be fair, I think I could see saying
also
something about
thank
that if I was
All of
legitimately
you for understanding
like upset with how he'd been treated over the
that
incident.
medical attention.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know what his
Important
legitimate
to
feelings
someone my
are,
age.
but I don't know.
And you haven't failed to give my age. Finally, I want to say there's simply not adequate words
I get
to
that.
express
I get
my
that.
gratitude and appreciation to the very talented physicians, medical staff, nurses
Okay, so
of this great Christus Spawn Memorial Hospital system here in Corpus Christi and
that
in
being
Kingston.
said,
They've given me exceptional treatment, care, and
do you think
compassion
Dick Cheney
for
shot
which
this guy in the face on purpose?
It's definitely not my takeaway from this video or for what I understood from what happened. No.
Yeah, it's kind of what I think too. Which definitely goes against the narrative. Dick Cheney being the goddamn devil.
I mean, like, I don't know.
Quit.
Like, I don't know everything about this, but basing it on what little I've seen, no. I mean, that would be a pretty... I don't know Dick Cheney well.
I don't either. I know that he scares the shit out of me. That's what I know about Dick Cheney. He shot a guy once and then the guy apologized for getting shot in the face.
Well, we just witnessed that happen. That's history right
The
there.
guy seemed genuinely apologetic about the entire situation.
Well, he said he apologized for what Dick and his family had gone through, and, like, I can see if it was, like, a media circus and they were being hounded and they were being accosted and he was being accused of things, and articles were probably being written about how, like, maybe he did it on purpose or whatever, and maybe that wasn't true and he knew. I could see, like, I could see saying something like that under those
I
circumstances.
could too. Honestly, I could. And that's kind of what I took away from it. So the next time that it's brought up, I'll be like, I don't know, the guy seemed like maybe he kind of stepped in front of it on purpose for some reason.
Well, it was probably just an accident. I mean, that's the most likely explanation, right?
I'm hoping so. I mean,
it'd be wild if this guy just decided to blast his homie in the face like that.
Do you think Dick Cheney would shoot a guy in the face for no reason?
I don't know. I guess that's like I don't know. It's kind of the theory
You're
you
Canadian,
presented.
so I don't know.
That's the theory you presented.
Well, I don't know. He did seem pretty sincere in his, like... Yeah. Like, yeah, he was just like, yeah, this is unfortunate that Dick Cheney and his family have had to go through this situation.
Like if I seriously hurt you by accident,
Sure,
and you knew it was an accident, you wouldn't probably hold it against me.
No, I don't think I would. As long as I knew it was an accident. As long as I knew you didn't blunderbuss me in the face on purpose, you know?
So I get the feeling, I don't know, like, again, I get the feeling this guy's just fucking saying, look, yeah, it was an accident. I'm sorry for what you're going through. It sucks. Sounds like he's going through it too. Like he made a quip about how they're always talking about his age and shit. Like, you know, he's just, you know, he's making a statement for his homie. Like, let him know that, like, hey, it was okay. It wasn't like, you know, I think he's doing a good one for his pro. Getting the media off his back.
I agree. The only issue that I have with this is just like, I don't know if you. So I've spent some time around a shotgun. I was going to ask you if you had or not, but
I have not.
Just that one time on Christmas, right?
That one time on Christmas, and also my father let me shoot a pumpkin one time on after Halloween. I think I just pulled the trigger. I think he held it and absorbed the recoil.
Well, right on. That's timer on the shotgun.
I mean, if you can call it that. Sure.
I mean, it was there.
Okay.
You know,
go
it
on.
did the thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't. Okay. Okay. But I assume if you're going, is it quail hunting, they said?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he said.
I think if you're going quail hunting, you would have like a level of knowledge about what a shotgun would do.
Sure. I would hope so too.
Yeah, me too. That being said, wow. How did that guy get shot in the face on accident?
I think I don't know. Have you seen those videos of people like being at a fucking gun range and like they look down the barrel of the gun and then they're like waving it around or like they like fire it and they like holding it sideways and shit like this, and it's like I think people are just fucking stupid when it comes to guns. Probably is.
But Dick Cheney was being dumb.
Why not Dick Cheney? Why would you expect him to be any better than anybody else?
I guess I don't, but like, so he was just like waving it around and.
Well, I don't know. I just assume it's a fucking accident. Like I don't know. Like if he was.
You hope it would be an accident.
I don't know. Maybe he's just carrying it around. And he's holding it up, and it's like he doesn't realize his friend is to the left of him or whatever, and he's fucking got it like you know he maybe sees a bird, like cocks it, and like before moving the shotgun, and like accidentally jolts from like the excitement, pulls the trigger. I don't know, fucking. I don't know, but like I'm more inclined to believe that like this was an accident than like Dick Cheney just fucking blasted a guy in the face like on his property when he knew like the people were gonna know about this and shit. I find that hard to believe.
Is it evil that I kind of want to believe that Dick Cheney was just like, oh, look, a quail, and then shot his friend in the face? Like, that's kind of fucked up.
I don't think that's what happened. I think that's wild speculation.
I hope that's not what happened, because that's fucked up.
I mean,
I don't want that to, the guy did apologize.
yeah, I think the headline in this video is Harry Whittington apologizes for getting shot in the face by Dick Cheney. And I don't think that's what I heard. I think that's like
I don't think that's what I heard either.
I think that's a sensationalist headline. I think that's fucking
for sure.
That's something that was put out there, and people, you know, maybe this was like the start of the clickbait era or whatever, and people were experimenting with headlines to get more clicks and shit like that. I don't know.
Gross.
But like fucking, I think that's a bit of a sensationalist headline. And I think that's probably just, you know, a lot of people just do that. A lot of people read the headlines and don't read the articles or listen to the video. You know, it's a definite thing.
For sure.
I don't know if that makes us revolutionaries. One could say that.
I don't think that makes us revolutionaries. I think you definitely talked me out of thinking that Dick Cheney for real shot his friend in the face on accident.
That's my analysis. That's my analysis given the data I have. That's my analysis.
Talked me into thinking that it was an accident.
That's my analysis given the data that I have. Maybe there's more data out there that would make me change my mind, but I don't know. That's the analysis.
It's an accurate analysis. I want to believe that he didn't shoot his bro in the face with a shotgun on purpose. I want that.
I feel that. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I don't want that. I don't want that for anybody, including Dick Cheney. And I think Dick Cheney shotgun murder might be a good, or non-murder might be a good place to clap her off.
Clap her off, dude?
We don't have to clap her off, but I would love to sleep on my floor. I would love to sleep on my floor.
Let's call it. You got anything you want to say other than lesson learned?
I don't think Dick Cheney shot his friend in the face on purpose. Lesson learned.
Don't always listen to the headlines. Sometimes, if you want to have an opinion, if you want to have an opinion on something, you should have at least some information about it. Lesson learned.
I agree with that. Lesson learned. So that's about a 2-hour thing, isn't it?
What we got? We got 147.37. Definitely nobody's made it this far. Could you imagine if somebody listened to us for an hour? I would judge them. I would judge them harshly.
I wouldn't judge them harshly. There's definitely some dead air in there.
If you did it,
it's not too much. It's not too much.
I'm gonna judge you like you're a real homie. You're a real homie for sticking it out for this long.
You're a real homie for sticking it out this long.
Comment down below, I'm a real homie, if you're a real homie.
Comment. You know, I won't ask that because I've been a real Debbie Downer the last 2 weeks. I'm going to try not to do that anymore.
Same. Alright. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Sleep well.
Thanks for choosing the Poor Life Decisions podcast.